Hello and welcome everybody to the latest edition of the Jam and Cheese Show. As you no doubt know, we switched some things around. We had midweek matters earlier in the week.
Yeah.
Jam and Cheese later in the week. Speaking of being late, I want to hold my hands up. 30 minutes behind schedule.
There's being late and there's just missing it all together.
Taking the piss. Before we even ask you how you are, Cheese, how did you and Charlie fill the time that you were waiting for me?
We kind of searched up individual accolades and then we've gone to attempt to name the last 30 premiership winners. We got pretty close. We got to 96, but then I was not born before then, so that's where my memory ran out.
Yeah. Anything else? Collective nouns?
Yeah, collective nouns, searching them up. Wisdom of wombats, prickle of porcupines.
That was basically the first thing you said. I said, sorry for being late. You went, hey, did you know about the prickle of porcupines? I was like, no, what's happened here?
And I can't drive at the moment, so Jimmy's left me missus in the car waiting for an extra half hour.
Made me even feel even worse. Feeling even worse.
To be fair, I am a day late.
Well, I wasn't going to mention it, but hey, how is the thumb?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Won't be going up any bums anytime soon. But yeah, it's
Are you right-handed?
Yeah, I'm right-handed. It's pretty annoying because apparently the thumb's quite a handy tool to use for yourself. So it's quite a long break. So I think I'll be out for 2 months.
2 months.
Yeah, I did quite a job on it. It was broken in at like 3 different places. So
That's not good.
Yeah, she's got a lot of screws. The X-ray's pretty weird looking. There's a lot of screws left, right, centre. So, but it just gives me time to focus, I guess, on my game and focus on myself and what I can do when I get back.
And focus on the podcast.
Yeah, and focus on this podcast.
Delivering expert content.
Yeah, I got a lot of time to research stuff now. Usually I just go off the cuff, but...
Mate, don't change your winning formula. Mate, it was funny to see you on some of the clips on Triple M, and you just had your thumb up while you were talking in shot. Like even if you talk, like if you talk with your thumb up, like, and even if you're talking about something negative, it's sort of like
that's Jake Trebojevic. That's what he does.
Yeah. Hi, Brandon Smith here. I'm actually doing okay. Oh yeah, it was a disappointing loss last night, but. So yeah, 2 months.
Always trying to say positive, Jimmy. Always trying to say positive.
2 months out.
Yeah, that's what they think. Hopefully, we can cut that down a bit.
What have the Roosters sort of said to you to cut it down? anything wild and wacky, or
I haven't seen anyone yet. I got surgery yesterday, or the day before yesterday, and now I've just got to wait that 7-day period. I'm not allowed to sweat. So I'm going to be laying...
Oh, you're not allowed to get it wet?
No, so when I'm on the workbench, I'm going to just be on my back most of the time.
Not a bad place to be. I can pass on some words of wisdom. I broke my hand once when I was back starting out my career. I broke my hand, and I was at an Everton game, and this fan gave me some advice. Said, "Oh, Jimmy, you broke your hand and all that." He's like, "You know what you need? Just drink loads of milk." The calcium in the milk. I was like, all right, mate, yeah, no worries. So cheese, just get drinking the milk.
Oh, I only drink full cream milk as well, Jimmy, so
lots of cheese, lots of milk, anything calcium, bone healing.
I broke my hand and played in 8 days.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a fair scar, that, isn't it? That is a fair scar. Anyway, on to the week that's been, and we'll get some chance to look ahead. Origin obviously dominating. I can't recall a state of origin having so many headlines from the teams being announced. It's been crazy.
Yeah, well, I honestly think it's because of how the football has been this year and how close it has been. And I can tell you right now, this is probably one of the most excited I've been for an origin. And I love them. I love all footy. But this one I'm extra pumped for because I know that it's not like New South Wales are way ahead of Queensland this time. It's like they're both evenly pretty matched up. Nice. So.
Well, me and Charlie were speaking about it yesterday, or earlier in the week. Before the teams got announced, I was leaning towards Queensland, and we both were.
Yeah.
And then the teams come out, and then we've leaned back.
I think that's what all Queenslanders want, though. I think Queenslanders love that back against the wall story. You know,
but it's not really. They're not going in. I don't think this time with the underdogs tag. They're going in with a bit of a tag of like, well, you've gone against your morals here. You've gone against your principles, your guiding lights, your values of pick and stick and.
Yeah, I guess Billy Slater changed a few things up. Would you say that they picked on form of the year? Because I would almost say that. Like you'd argue that with Walsh's
Walsh
form,
is probably in better form than Pangai.
I can't believe they didn't bring Gags in though. Gags is, especially after last year when he bashed Matty Burton, surely that deserves another shot at the big stage.
That, I think, on the surface of it, is surprising, especially when you consider he's going to be up against Latrell. So the Hammer's going to be versing Latrell one-on-one, not played much centre. Obviously, Dane's played a lot there. But then, for me, another one is the move to put Tom Gilbert on an edge and not have Kate Capewell in. And they said Kate Capewell was under an injury cloud, but he's been named for Brisbane.
Oh, you bring up some points I haven't quite.
Do you know?
I didn't know that Tommy Gilbert was named
on an edge.
On an edge, really?
Like he's played a bit there for the Cowboys.
Yeah. I remember. I've watched him play a couple. Like he's been playing for Redcliffe. He played a couple games at back row.
Oh, he has.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
And Kenny Bromwich has been playing in the middle.
Oh, they swap around a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, but not every game. I just remember he did it for the.
I think he's more known as a middle than he is.
Well, he did it for the St. George game, and they ended up getting pumped that game. We called that.
Yeah,
game.
we did, didn't we? Yeah.
Yes.
I think this is the first time in a long time where Queensland have had this selection spoken about so much in terms of the changes. It's normally like, can this guy cut it at State of Origin level?
It is pretty.
This guy's, he's only getting a game because they're so down on troops. This is genuinely like Billy Slater's had some decisions to make, but I counter argue myself. Like on the surface of it, you look at it and you go, why has that happened? Why is Gaggs not in? But then for Billy Slater as the coach, the easy option is to pick and stick.
Yeah,
that's the easy thing to do, right?
Yeah.
To go and put Gaggs in, keep Capel in. Don't need to play Gilbert on an edge. Pong is incumbent. He was man of the match in game 3. Just put Pong in there. And then he runs that team out or announces that team.
Yeah.
And this week is a quieter week. It's how are you going to win this?
Yeah.
You picked and stick, Billy, like blah, blah, blah. How are you going to counteract New South Wales? Great attacking threat. You must be confident going in after. But it's not the narrative is now different. That the spotlight seems to be more on Queensland than it is on New South Wales, which I wouldn't have anticipated.
Well, Billy's never been one to lack of backing himself. He definitely backs his own knowledge in his rugby league nuance.
Well, he's arguably the best fullback that's ever been, right? So
yeah, but yeah, it's when you say Hamisai versus Latrell, it makes me a little bit nervous.
It does, doesn't it?
Has Hamisai ever played?
He's played a tad at centre.
That makes me nervous as a fellow Queenslander. But yeah.
What about New South Wales? Nicho Hynes, utility. He did that for a bit while you were at Melbourne.
Yeah, so 2021, this before when Paps was our fullback at the time, Nicho was coming off the bench. But he filled in heaps of roles. Like when Harry was injured, he was filling in for hooker for me. He filled in centre a couple times, and then he had about 2 games at halfback, And that's when Cronulla kind of saw that he had potential at halfback. And because he was a fullback the whole time he was at Storm. He was like third down the pecking list, and then had that amazing season.
What was he like when he came on in the middle? Sorry to interrupt. Jeez.
Yeah.
He had that amazing season. But what was he like when he came on in the middle?
He's plenty fit. So he just took in defence, he took a lot of time off the right ball carrier. So he didn't have to make those big contacts. He'd just get up hard.
Yeah,
because he's fit. And then his service was good from dummy half, but he was also real smart with his kicking game. Whenever Nicho came on at hooker, he'd always put in those little cheeky stabs in the corner and just stuff like that. I think he's a good interchange player because he can play pretty much anywhere except front row maybe. Like he can play lock and come on and do that ball playing lock role.
Yeah, I spoke on Triple M on Monday and probably underestimated Nicho's ability to play that utility role. See, I think, and I probably still do, that Matt Burton is a better utility. Probably based off the fact that I'd kind of forgot about Nicho's ability. I just view him now as a genuine half.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. I think a lot of people would disregard his ability to be an interchange player but you got to think he was a fullback through and through.
Yeah,
didn't play halfback at all. Played 2 games of halfback for the Melbourne Storm. I think it was 2, and now he's a Dally M halfback winner.
Yeah,
and I know for a fact that Nicho will leave no stone unturned in studying every part that he can help out the New South Wales team. He'll do everything he can. He'll go talk to Freddie. He'll see what position that he's likely to fill in for, and he'll study that position until he thinks he's confident enough to go out there and do a job. That's what he does. He's played centre, he's played wing, he's played halfback, he's played 7, fullback.
I think. See, I probably would have.
I'm quite biased towards Nicho.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, I really like him as well. I think I'm still of the belief he should have started at 6. So my argument will be him. This isn't not for Nicho to be in the team or be in the 17 or be on the bench. It was Nick. My argument was I think Nicho should be starting because I think he just gets the nod ahead of Luai based not just off form but looking back to last year. Queensland minimised the impact of Nathan Cleary, where I think Hynes is a better foil, not to link up with Nathan or make sure Nathan gets the ball, but it's to take pressure away from Nathan Cleary. That's why I would have went with Hynes because the proof from 2 of the 3 games last year was Queensland managed to shut Nathan Cleary down.
Yeah.
And stop him having a real effect on the game, where I think Nicho Hynes is the perfect person to go, hang on, I'll take control a little bit. I'll take some pressure off you, where Luai can do that at club level. But he probably didn't do it to the best of his ability last time they played State of Origin. So that was probably where my thinking was. But again, everyone's got an opinion. There's no right or wrong answer. It's nothing against Luai. It's just about what happened last season. But then, you know what I was just thinking? Who shut Nathan Cleary down? Your mate Welsh.
Yeah, see?
And he's 18th.
19th.
There's another thing, what's going on? Sorry to go back to Queensland, but
that was a tough one for me to look, because I know Walsh would be gutted, but I thought Billy, because they've got a pretty good relationship with each other, I thought Walshy was for sure going to make it, but if you have a look at the forward pack that they have, though, it's a tough cookie to crack. But I would have definitely had Walsh, and he does all those. Mate, if all those Origin plays,
he's always on kick pressure. He's always on kick chase.
Yeah,
and you could argue if he's out of form or not, but even Coates as well. Again, going back to Coates isn't playing.
Yeah. Well, I guess if it doesn't go as planned for Queensland, I guess they could. It really helps those other players that didn't quite make it, I think, try, and do their best to get in the next game. But I disagree with Billy, but I'm not the
Yeah.
Maroons coach.
And you know, both Freddie and Billy have got they got to live and die by these decisions.
Tavita Pangai, that's a big decision.
So I think he's there for the rough and tumble.
Yeah,
he's there to counteract in case
Gagai.
Well, in case someone mate, look back to that decider game last year where Gags punches Matt Burton. That was, in my opinion, premeditated. Like, it was planned.
You reckon?
Mate, 100%.
I don't reckon.
Mate, because I reckon looking at last year's series, you go talent for talent. Like New South Wales in one of the games, they blew Queensland off the park. They've got the ability to do that with the strike and the class that they have. I don't know if Queensland can beat New South Wales by 40 points. No. I don't think they've got that in them. But New South Wales have got that in them to do that to Queensland. I think what happened in that game was Queensland went, we need to rough and tumble these guys and we need to play right on the fine line. Maybe someone throw a punch. and you look back to that, how many maroon shirts were in there versus how many blue shirts were in there.
Yeah, because it's the Queensland spirit, brother.
Yeah, but but then I think New South Wales were ambushed by that last season and they weren't prepared for it. They didn't have the players on the field or in the squad to go, I'm gonna fight back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fight back. So I think Pangai Jr. is there to fight back. To fight back and say, I'm not gonna have you people mess around.
Have you ever seen the movie Goon?
Goon? No.
It's about like a hockey movie, and it's about a guy that he literally gets signed to the pro team just to bash the people that try to bash people.
Yeah, well, that's an actual real thing that they do in ice hockey. They have enforcers.
So you're telling me
role.
Tavita Pangai is goon?
Well,
he is a goon.
I'm not going to say that to his face, but
neither am I. I'm going to say it behind this microphone.
Well, there's two things. There's a role for a 15-minute front rower. So we don't, not everyone needs to be a Payne Haas or a Borlo and play 60 to 70 minutes.
Yeah. Or
Isaiah, middle forward. You don't need everyone to do that, especially at this level. Even at NRL level, I think there's a role there for a 15, 20-minute front rower. Just go balls out. That's Pangai Jr. But also, in case it kicks off, you want him there. Yeah. Because I felt like New South Wales just were mentally and physically and emotionally rattled by what happened last year at Suncorp Stadium. I think I've seen
Tavita Pangai win games with his aggression. I remember he played a game against the Cowboys one time for the Broncos, and it was the best game. Everyone touted him $1 million player after that.
Well, he did the same Broncos v Roosters a couple of years ago. He did the same to him and Tino were at it. Yeah. The Dogs Titans game on the weekend just gone. Like, he was just going straight at Tina.
There you go.
And that's what you need. You need someone that's going to do that and take the fight back.
Yeah.
And you look at Queensland's side, they've got plenty of firecrackers in there, and they've got that up their sleeve to just go, right, we're going to drag you into a fight.
Yeah.
Rather than a game of skill.
It's
like Lindsay Collins.
They're in a bit of trouble. They're in a bit of trouble now that Tommy Turbo's back. Well, we are in a bit of trouble because he was that good on the weekend. I didn't even have him in my side when I picked.
A lot of people didn't.
I had Stephen Crichton for sure. I think he's one of the best defensive centres in our game at the moment, and I reckon you could use that. Yeah,
it's an embarrassment of riches. Like when you think of some of the players that haven't been picked for both states.
Yeah.
Like, Matt Burton again, another one that, was not even 18th man, Campbell Graham.
Yeah. Campbell Graham's a tough one.
Spencer Leniu, like, he's injured at the minute, but...
Oh, busted testy.
Yeah, it's got to hurt. Between a broken thumb and a ruptured testicle. Like, there's an advert for rugby league, isn't it? Yeah. You want to make it in the NRL, everyone thinks, they get paid too much. Well, hang on a minute. Try having a ruptured testicle as part of the job. Thanks for coming. We're going to take a quick break from the show to talk about our new partner, AG1. Now, I love AG1. I've been taking them for about 6 months now. I've noticed multiple health benefits. My gut feels better. My focus is more clear. My intensity in my workouts has gone up as well. And this is all thanks to AG1. It's the one-stop solution for all your supplement needs. I love starting my day with a refreshing glass of AG1. So simple, 1 scoop in the glass, some cold water, give it a stir, or if you want to go fancy and get the shake, do that as well. But it's so easy. It takes out the guesswork with your supplement requirements. If you miss it in the morning, take it at night. I never miss a day with AG1, and I am reaping the rewards from it. And the best thing about it is it tastes great too. And you can really start to feel the benefits. Have it as a simple part of your routine, and you'll see the benefits too. So if you're looking to make positive change with your health outcomes, check out AG1. You will not be disappointed. There's 75 high-quality ingredients. Take care of all your nutritious needs every single day. It's a small habit that you start and gets big results. If a comprehensive solution is what you need from your supplement routine, then Athletic Greens is giving you a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. So to check out this exclusive buy round listeners deal, head to athleticgreens.com/buy round. That's athleticgreens.com/buy round. Your only place to get the free 1-year supply of vitamin D from Athletic Greens plus 5 free travel packs. Make sure you check it out or click in the show notes where we'll have that link for you as well. Please don't delay and get your Athletic Greens today. On to round 13 as we look at... Oh, actually, is there anything else you want to say about Origin before we wrap that chat up?
No, I think that was a long chat about it.
Yeah, well, mate, it's dominating, isn't it? So, how confident are you as a Queensland supporter?
Not very.
But you would say that, wouldn't you?
Not very.
Not very.
I swear I'm not very confident. I'm glad Hudson Young got picked. He deserves that spot.
He's another one to counteract.
Liam Martin get picked?
Yeah, he's on the bench.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in some trouble. We're in some serious trouble.
You know what? One of the... I just want to touch on this because I've been thinking about it. The battle between the number 9s for New South Wales, the Cook versus Coruscant debate. Now, I think New South Wales have picked quick forwards. I'm not going to say leg speed. I hate that term. They're going with quick, pacey forwards. Now, you don't... And people go, well, if you're going with quick, why don't you get a quick dummy half in? But I don't think you complement speed with speed. I think you complement speed with deception. So you have Appy jump out, deception to play to speed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's the best. He's the best dummy half for this team.
Oh, he's the best deceptive dummy half in the comp, by a country mile too. Not even. There's not much close.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. And the fact that you've got Yo, Luai, Nathan Cleary, that all know what he's capable and what he's going to do.
Yeah.
It's about giving those guys that have leg speed. It's about giving those fast forwards that extra bit of time that they need. So whether it's getting past the marker, Appy can do that for you. He can lure that marker in. He can draw that A in.
Yeah, and that's where you get those quick forwards.
And then it's going to help him. They're going to get that quick play the ball. Then he's just going to rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
But I do like that they went with just the one hooker. And I think Uppy's not going to know himself how fit he really is when he's actually got the ball for most of the game. At the Tigers, it would have been hard.
Well,
of late.
Well, last week they won 60.
Yeah.
Wouldn't even know what a tackle is after winning 66 points.
But yeah, and I just think we're in a bit of trouble.
I reckon the term leg speed has come from people who've heard in boxing hand speed, which I think is a genuine thing. So you've got good hand speed, might throw quick punches, and some recruitment officer has just gone, hand speed? I know, I'm going to... Basically, it's a fancy way of saying you're fast.
I don't know if it's you're fast. I reckon it means you take lots of steps.
Okay, well...
Sharp on your feet.
Okay, is anyone...
Spencer Lenu's got mad leg speed.
And he's just quick. He's just quick. He's fast. I reckon it's a polite way of saying they're quick from 0 to 20.
Yeah,
and then
that's what I'm.
Jason Saab. Jason Saab is
leg
quick.
Speed is about short distance acceleration.
But you know what? I think Jason Saab still beats Spencer Lenu over 10 meters.
You reckon?
Easy.
I can beat Addo over 10 meters.
Can you?
Yeah. We're talking some serious business now.
I call bollocks on that.
Mate, he's tall. He doesn't have that start, but it's that long distance. You think Usain Bolt? He doesn't win the starts. He wins the last 40.
I appreciate what you're saying, but in terms of rugby league, the term leg speed has been made up by some recruitment manager trying to sell one of his players, and he's basically got nothing left. And he's going, and then
what would he say about your leg speed?
Non-existent, slower than treacle, stuck in the mud. But somehow he gets there. I tell you what, he'll truck along and he'll keep on going all day, just slow. It's like, hey,
that's mate, why he never got out of third gear. That Toohey Harris, perfect example.
Here you go. Who's the fastest in the team? Me. I'm the fastest in the team, but I'm the slowest in the team. Didn't say over what distance. 2K, boom, fastest.
Are you good?
Not bad at a 2K time trial, mate. But then,
I myself, but then explosive athlete.
0 to 20, slowest. Who's the quickest in the team? It depends how far we're going.
I'm probably the quickest.
0 to 5?
0 to 3?
0 to 3? Ooh, that's when it gets. Well, that's what the game's about sometimes, isn't it?
Mm. I don't think I've scored from more than 3 meters.
But where's your 0 to 3? This is it. Like rugby league again. People go, oh, look at the speed. It's like, well, hang on a minute. Try being quick when you've just done 18 tackles on your line.
Mm.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll back my fitness to be quicker than you. It's all good being, all this testing that they do when you're fresh. What a waste of time. What a waste of time.
Well, Toohey Harris, he gets through a mountain of work in games, but you ever seen him stride out, get out of third gear? No, he just slowly tugs along all day.
No, that's called intelligence. It is. Anyway, as we look ahead...
it's not called athleticism.
Fair enough. Tahu, if you're listening, it was Cheese that said that, not me. Let's look ahead. Dolphins, Dragons.
De Belin to captain.
Yeah.
That's quite a good turnaround for him.
Yeah, look, I think I looked at some of the talk. Jack's come out and spoke about how happy he is, and he's not going to let... what happened or the events of a couple of years ago affect him, and he's been like that from the very first day. So for him, nothing changes. For the Dragons, he's the most experienced player in the team. I understand that for some they'll want to make a story out of this, but he was absolutely phenomenal on the weekend as well against Roosters.
He's got his ball playing back. Well, he kind of went into a shell when he came back, and just like, now you can see that he's got the respect of the teammates back again. And
we played 80 minutes.
Yeah,
played 80 minutes. Like top tackler by a country mile, top ball runner. Like in terms of trying to inspire that team to keep going in a tough encounter up against the Dolphins.
Actually, speaking of the Dragons, I got surgery. I was in the same room as Blake Lowry. Blake Lowry, yeah.
How was that?
He was in the. If I opened the curtain, he was right there.
He did his hand as well.
Yeah, he broke his hand. So, he's a good fella.
He is
actually really good fella.
I don't know if I'd want to share a hospital bed with him. But, shout out to you, Blake Lowry. He is actually. I have a lot of time for Blake. He's a good guy, and he talk about 0 to 3. You know what? I wasn't the slowest in the team because it was Blake Lowry just behind me. It's always difficult this time of year to sort of think who you fancy to get the win. Like how teams stack up with Origin. It is a difficult one. And obviously Dolphins are missing a couple. The Dragons beat them last time. I want to back the Dragons again. You don't have to say.
I'll go
Obviously,
the Dolphins.
You go the Dolphins. If you don't want to say anything, mate, you know.
Nah, I'll just go the Dolphins. So Jesse and Kenny don't kill me.
Okay. Eels Cowboys. Can't figure out the Cowboys, and I'm sure you can't either.
I don't even want to comment on the Cowboys to be honest. So
I can't figure out the Eels either. Like they beat South.
Mate, I'm telling you, they're the giant slayers. They love beating the best teams.
Yeah,
they love it.
Mattison out for 4 weeks. He can't buy his way out of this one. I'm going to go the Eels.
Yeah, I'm going to go the Eels. They don't really have many outs, to be honest, in the thing.
Borlo, Campbell Gillard missing. That's a lot of players out the front row. But then the Cowboys have got a fair few
they've
Origin
got
representation.
Valentine and Murray Tuolangi.
Yeah. That's some edges.
Tom Dearden's 19th.
Yeah, but
18th.
I think he'll be able to play. But yeah, the only concern is the Eels, middles, forwards.
But he will be drinking on camp, so he'll be playing hungover.
Okay, you heard it here first. Warriors, Broncos, Tristan Saylor will start for the Broncos with Reece Walsh playing Origin.
I'm going to go the Warriors.
You're going to go Warriors?
I'm going to go the Warriors.
It's over in New Zealand. I didn't expect Reece Walsh to be picked. So I thought with Brisbane, they would keep their spine of Walsh, Ezra Mann, Adam Reynolds, and Walters. But they've lost Walsh. I think it'll be... I'm going to go with you, the Warriors, on this one, because I think the Broncos...
I think they can grind it out.
They've just got too many people.
Is Reynolds back yet?
He got named, I believe. If I recall correctly, he's been named. So,
yeah, I think the Warriors, because they don't lose anyone really.
No. Warriors definitely for me.
Yeah.
The Bunnies take on the Raiders, and Souths are missing their star man Latrell, plus Murray. Campbell Graham is available. And has been named, and obviously Cookie. Raiders miss Hudson Young. I'm gonna. It's a Souths home game, so I'm gonna pick Souths in this one. I think after what they served up last week, they'll be really disappointed with that. They'll be looking to strike back, and they'll know they've got a genuine chance to get the minor premiership here, and I think Dimitri will be giving them a rev up after.
Yeah, I don't really know who to go on this one. Because I like what the Raiders have done this year. And they lose Hudson Young, but I dare say Rabbitohs losing Latrell Mitchell's a massive loss.
Yeah.
And Raiders just love making games scrappy. Like every game they play, they just love making it scrappy. I think
this is a strange one because this is two teams coming off unexpected losses against teams they should beat. So I reckon this actually should be the game of the round. But I'm going to back the Rabbitohs because Ricky Stewart will be filthy that they lost that one to Manly. And
I'm going to go Raiders.
You're going to go Raiders?
I'll go against you.
All right, fair enough. Knights v Manly, which was an enthralling draw last time they played against each other.
Enthralling.
And Jacob Arthur has joined...
What? Is that true?
He's joined Manly.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He copped a lot of criticism, didn't he?
He did, quite unfairly, I believe. Like he's only like 22 or something stupid like that, and people expecting the world. He was assuming the role of the backup half. like that's what it was. So Dylan Brown and Mitchell Moses, he's the backup half. Yeah. The backup half gets so much criticism.
Yeah.
Like basically because it
doesn't help the coach's son. Yeah.
Well, that's it, isn't it? That's the reason why. I think this is a nice fresh break for him. But as the Knights playing Manly are busted without Cherry Evans, without the two Trebojeviches.
Yeah.
Schuster was good on the weekend.
Yeah, he was.
But I hope for his sake he doesn't view that game as the finish line. I think that's important for him.
As long as he can keep his body on the field.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of signs of promise, but
Yeah, he does.
You can just tell looks like he's going to get injured a lot.
Yeah.
Speaking of injuries.
Yeah. I want to go the Knights.
I will follow you in there. I'll go the Knights for sure.
All right, this section of the show, fan feelings, brought to you by our friends at Toohey's. How do you feel? I feel like a Toohey's or two. I am partial to a nice cold schooner of Toohey's. Oh, my mates in England are going to be after me about that. Say, do they not do pints? It's like, yeah.
Do you not like pints?
No, I do like pints, but it's hard to get.
Yeah, that is true. They don't serve them at the Bondi beach. What is it? The Beach Road Hotel.
They don't serve
after like a certain time. They end up giving you like plastic cups.
Yeah, nice glass.
And it's not even. It's like a pot.
Yeah, nice glass of.
Some people live by pots. Like,
yeah, that's weird.
it's weird. They only ever order pots. It's double the price and less the beer. But yeah.
That doesn't
Not these bad boys though.
No, I know that.
These bad boys, they're all every bit of a pint you can get. 500 ml. What's a pint?
568 or 546.
What's a quarter of a pint? A pot?
Go home and find out. You can get half a pint or a pint. I think a pint's 568.
Yeah.
You know what? They had blow-ups in England about when they were trying to move to the... is that the imperial system from the metric system? From
ounce?
Like pints, because they were going to... It was to do with like Europe, get in line with Europe. They do half litres and litres.
Yeah.
Mate, you should have seen the outcry. When people were like, I'm not getting a half litre. I want my pint.
You need that 68 more mil.
Yeah. That's what it is. They're like, no, can't do it. Bizarre mentality. Anyway, thank you we've got a couple of questions coming in. Like we say, the fans' feeling. They want to know how we feel. So fire away.
Hey boys, just wanted to hear some of your favourite Origin moments. Mine was probably Game 1, 2014. Boys are out on their feet, defending for the whole second half, seems like. Morris boys are both busted up and we just got the job done. That was sick. Cheers, boys.
Well, he's obviously a New South Wales grub. 2014 is not a very good year for me for Origin. But we were just speaking about that year. That was, if you have a look at the teams, side by side, the team list, it is pretty crazy that New South Wales actually won that game. But my favourite Origin moment in recent times would probably have to be Cooper Cronk's field goal. Cooper Cronk, my man. But it wasn't the field goal, it was the interview after where he started talking about all the sinews in his body that, he got a bit spiritual and funky with us, old Cooper, but he was just getting down to earth. But, that's probably mine. Shout out, my main man Coops.
Yeah, nice. Well, I want to go off the back of that. Mine was 2014, watching Trent Hodkinson score that try. He was a teammate of mine at the Bulldogs. Him and Reynolds were picked in the halves, and a lot of people were disputing the fact whether they should have been there or not. But Trent stood up and got the job done. I was absolutely delighted for him to see a mate, him and Reynolds and a couple of the other Bulldogs lads be able to do that. It was pretty cool to celebrate for someone else and take joy from them. Them come back to training. Like the effect it had on him was crazy.
Well, it was a massive.
Oh, it was a huge upset.
It was a massive upset, and for New South Wales Rugby League, geez, you needed that. What was it, 8 in a row before
something like that? Yeah. When you're saying me as an Englishman,
I'm talking about you, because I'm in New South Wales. I'm in foreign territory at the moment. I will be wearing my Maroons jersey, proud, but yous as in everyone else but me.
Fair enough. Next question.
Boys, I'm just wondering what your top 3 players that you wish you could have saw play Origin. Thank you.
See, that question there, is that anyone?
I guess so. He's not put limitations on it.
What's your...
I'm going to go a serious route because I can see where you're going with this. Are you thinking like some mates that would just get like fodder?
No,
do you know what I mean? Like you'd be like, I'd love to see Mavis from school just get out there and just get absolutely banjoed.
No, I was thinking Adrian Morley.
Well, yeah, he's on my list.
Yeah.
See how I've put the name there because just in case.
Jeez, that's a good list. Yeah, okay, you go first.
Okay, well, disregard some like people who maybe I didn't like or some schoolboy people or mates from school just to throw them in the mix. Just to, it's weird how you
no superheroes like the Hulk.
No, that's just I would, like some mates from here that talk a good game, just throw them in for 5 minutes and just watch them change their tune on how they talk about the game. It'd be pretty funny to see. But anyway, my top 3 in no particular order: Burgess, Sam, Morley, and Ruben Wiki.
Yes, I'd definitely have to go Sam Burgess. He'd be my number 1. Fui Fui Moi Moi.
Ooh.
Them against each other would be preferable, and yeah, probably Adrian Morley. But yeah,
Fui Fui's still going.
Fui Fui.
He's still playing. Isn't he? I think so. He was playing in like the lower leagues of England. He was like 40.
I actually did see a video of him come up on my Facebook, and it looked like he was drinking a beer on the sidelines.
I could be wrong, but he was going around. Right, but is he still going at Rochdale Hornets, Charlie?
Last year he ended.
What age was he?
He would have been 41.
It's either love of the game, or actually there was a couple in England named their baby Fui Fui Moi Moi. They did. I'm not even joking. About 10 years ago.
I remember when I was little.
You think I'm joking, don't you?
I remember when I was pretty little, I used to run around thinking I was Fui Fui Moi Moi down the sideline.
Jesus Christ, he could.
Actually, I think of Palliacina.
Palliacina would be good. Ooh, he makes my shoulders hurt. Bringing up that name. Oh, what a nightmare he was to come up against. I was thinking I was like 20 and he signs for Wigan. Oh, God. And the highlight reels are going.
He does look a goosey run.
That was not well. All right. Well, thanks for sending those in, guys. Look forward to more of those next week. And this just about wraps us up for another edition of the Jam and Cheese Show. For those of you that are watching on YouTube, just like to point out that Cheese hasn't taken up smoking. He's not got yellow fingers from the cigarettes, so don't worry, don't panic. That's the iodine, not the iodine. Yeah,
That's actually liver poisoning.
liver poisoning. Okay,
Yeah, it's all come out of me.
don't say that. We won't keep Tooheys. Non-alcoholic beer for Cheese. All right, Cheese. Good luck.
thank you.
On your first week of recovery.
And go the Maroons.